Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a quick one. I just decided to come on here and give you guys kind of like a life update. So if you're interested in this video, keep watching. Alright you guys, so today's video is going to be a life update like I said before. A lot of you know that I was in a Lpn-rn bridge program. I applied last October, something like that, end of October, and I found out I got accepted this past April of 2020. So you guys know in April there was a huge pandemic going on, so, and it's still going on, which I think it's going to be a part of our new normal. With that being said, the first semester has ended and unfortunately I did not pass. So I did great on my first couple of tests. I did great on the first 3 tests, I believe. And then the last 2, the 4th one, I did okay. I was borderline failing. I think I got like a 79. The 5th test, or quiz as they were calling them, I got a 73. And then that dropped my grade from an 84.6 to an 80 even. So I was borderline for the longest. My grade was sitting at an 80 for the last 3 weeks. Even though I took an ATI, I took 2 ATIs, which was nutrition and fundamentals, and I passed both of those with an 80, but that did not nudge my grade up or down. It kept it at a 70. When I took my final exam, which was a comprehensive exam of everything that we had covered the entire semester, I got a 73 on my exam, and that brought my grade down to a 78.25. I was in shock because I was not aware. I did not think I was gonna fail. When I went in to take my final exam, I felt confident that I had passed that test. The questions were easy. I was reading them twice. Before I even looked at my answers, I was reading the question to make sure I understood what they were asking for. In the review, my professor said that I had right answers. They just weren't the most right answers. And you guys know, if you've ever taken an NCLEX or ever been in nursing school, that there are 2 answers. One is right and one is the most right. So I ended up getting a 73 on my final exam. That dropped my grade down to 78.25. And I reached out to my teacher and there was nothing she could do. The grades that we had gotten, of course we had assignments and other things and clinical and all that stuff, but most of those grades did not add into the final weighted grade. So a lot of it was just kind of busy work. Because this program is accelerated, it's 3 months, it's 3 semesters, 3 classes essentially, and there was a pandemic going on. A lot of the time my professors were not giving a test review. We didn't really have classes. Had this been a normal year and there wasn't a pandemic involved, we would have had a class every Monday night, and we possibly would have had a review before every test. But the way that it was set up, my professors gave us the reading, and basically that was how you prepare for your test. Is you read, you do the Prep U assignments, you do your ATI questions, you use Quizlet, and somehow you can pass this test. Now I was successful on the first 3 tests like I said, but that was because we had a review. We had 2 Zoom call reviews, and then the last review they gave us like a word search, and a lot of other games, like a tic-tac-toe type of game to play to study. And that didn't help me very well. So that was the 4th test that I didn't do so well on. And then the 5th test, of course, I didn't do well. And then my final exam, I didn't. So I very well could have passed the class with an 80 or a little bit above an 80 if I had done better on my final exam, but I didn't. And also, I didn't really use my resources. And by the time I reached out to my teacher, it was too late. So yeah, I'm no longer in my Lpn-rn program. The 2nd semester started today. So the students who did make it, they started today. I'm not really sure how the 2nd semester goes because of course I'm not getting emails I'm not in the group chat anymore, so I'm kind of just living life and not in nursing school. So I was devastated. I cried. I could not believe that I failed. I couldn't believe I let my grades slip. Even when I didn't do so well, I did not ask my teacher for a review because they didn't have time. Honestly, they did not have time to give us a review. Even though I had a study group, most of them were just as lost as I was. And I kept telling myself that it'll get better. I'll do better. I'll study more. I'll study harder. And I honestly did. I honestly studied more. I studied harder. I stopped going places just so I could study. I would let my husband do his own thing so I could study. On my off days when I woke up, I was studying till the time I went to sleep, and I still just did not do well. And honestly, after I cried, I realized that it was for the best. And I say that because next semester, I did not qualify for a Pell Grant. Well, I kind of sort of did, but I wasn't able to get it until the spring semester. So I didn't have any financial aid. All of the money was going to have to come out of pocket. I basically cleaned out my savings account to pay for this first semester. And of course, I had to take days off of work for clinical. I had to take days off of work because I had a test, or because we had sim lab or what have you. I ended up having to take days off and have people cover for me. So I ran out of PTO, and this past semester, the summer semester, really put me in over my head. But I feel like I failed because I just wasn't prepared for what an accelerated program had to offer. The first time I went through nursing school, I didn't work. I was a full-time nursing student, so I had classes Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. And then before every test, my teacher always gave a review. So we all kind of knew what was going to be on the test. This time, that's different. I'm a mom of 2. I'm a wife. I have to work full-time. I don't have a choice. And all of those factors just kind of played a part. I didn't use my resources. I tried to study by myself. And I mean, there was a pandemic going on, so there was a lot of times we couldn't be on campus. And then we had 2 instructors, and they both were busy trying to schedule us clinical time, or trying to do our sim labs, or trying to get our assignments graded, or trying to come up with a test or come up with a review. And most of the time we didn't have a review. So it was a lot of factors going in. So I was upset at first. Now I'm more thankful than anything, because now I know what to expect the first semester again. Now I know I don't have to repurchase uniforms because I have uniforms. I don't need to repurchase shoes because I have shoes. I've already purchased my books. They're good for 3 years, so I don't have to spend another $1,100 on books. And that's where most of my money went to, was uniform, shoes, any other type of supplies that I needed. Gas to get back and forth to my school, which is like 45 minutes away. Gas to get back and forth to clinical. We had 3 or 4 clinical days, and that was an hour away. And then my books cost $1,100, and they were ebooks. It wasn't like an actual physical book that I could flip through and highlight and all that stuff. It's an ebook. It was like 3 or 4 books that I had to purchase. It came with Prep U assignments. It came with a DocuCare, a VSim, all of that stuff. So all of that was like $1,100. So, I'm grateful and I'm thankful now, because now I know what to expect. I know what to look forward to going in. I know how much work to put into my program. And essentially I have like a leg up on the material that's going to be covered. So I have decided to reapply to the same school, just because I don't want to have to go to another school and repurchase everything. That's just not what I'm about at this point. I've spent so much money and so much time into this school, and they have all of my records. Everything is already there. I just have to resubmit, I think, transcripts, which is crazy to me because you already have it, but I have to put everything back into a portfolio and reapply to the program. I don't have to take any more entrance exams because mine are good for 2 years, and I took mine last year and I got a 96%. So I just have to basically resubmit a transcript from my LPN school, and a copy of my LPN license, and that's really it. That's all I have to do. And I've already requested the transcript to be sent to my school, and I've already emailed her the license. So the open dates for the application are from August 13th until November 13th. November 13th at 5 o'clock, I believe, the applications will be closed. And then you don't find out you got in until, they said, the end of February. So I'm gonna have to basically start my whole Lpn-rn journey over. I'm a little bummed about it still, but I know that this is God's plan. It gives me time to work and save up my money so I have enough money for the entire program. And that is really essentially my goal, to where I won't have to do student loans, or I won't have to hope and pray that I get a Pell Grant. I mean, all of that is great, and I'm still gonna hope and pray, but I don't have to take out any more loans and get in any more debt for this. So right now I am still working as an LPN. I still work full-time at my current job. And that's really it, you guys. Like, yes, I failed out of school. I was upset. I was down for like a day or two, but now I'm back up and I'm ready to get back to it. So I'm basically gonna spend this entire year looking over my material, that all the notes that I took. My books are still available to me, so I'm gonna go in and read those chapters and take more notes and look over things. Probably gonna start that on Monday, just because today is Thursday. I work the weekend. This is my last off day for the week technically, so I'm just gonna kind of relax and enjoy my last off day, work the weekend, and then come Monday I'm starting back up studying. Like, this, it's not gonna stop. I'm still motivated now more than ever. Now that I know what to expect and I failed, I have to redeem myself. I can't just give up. I'm a little bummed that it put me a year off, but it's already been 6 years, and I can't say I'm not gonna do it, because by the time I finish, I'll be in my 30s. I don't care. The time is gonna pass anyway, so you might as well do it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna study, save my money, and jump right back into it. So I thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. I think we got like 27 subscribers already, and I am super pumped about it. I'm so blessed to even start this platform and start recording and actually have people subscribe and comment on the videos and all that stuff. So if you haven't seen my older videos when I was in the program, or any of the vlogs or anything, please go back and watch those. I could probably link some below for you. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate y'all subscribing and watching. And I want you guys to never, ever, ever give up. No matter how long it takes, it's gonna happen for you if you keep having the faith and putting in the work, okay? Yes, failure will come. You will fail, okay? But that's okay. Be down for a second and cry, do whatever it is you need to do. Get up, dust yourself off, and do it again, okay? And that's really the best advice that I could give anybody. Even though you failed, one day you will succeed. Because what is success without failure? You know what I mean? It means a lot more to you if you try it and fail, and then you try again and succeed. So I'm gonna leave you with those words. Thank y'all so much for watching this video, and until next time, I'll see y'all later. Bye.